giving us that. Oh, but we was on fucking when we was talking about music and then we jumped into acting. I wanted to bring up the I don't know if this is serious or not, but I guess not to really talk about what's going on in Atlanta. Because one thing I don't never want us to do here is be running our mouth about shit we don't know what's going on, right?
Exactly.
But
very true.
You know what I'm saying? But it appears that there's been a notion about, crime rising and what's going on in Atlanta, right?
All right. Now I'm not laughing about the crime rate.
You just know where I'm going.
I just know exactly where you're going with this.
Okay, so
I know exactly.
21 Savage. I mean, you think about the Young Thug and all of that shit, and the way they pin Thug. 21 came out and what did he say? Oh, he basically was like, hey, we got to do better. Put the guns down.
Talking about
because I don't know if that one. No. That one didn't have a video. That one was a tweet.
Nah, when he had
the video was him.
Video.
The video was him responding to people
like to the
shitting on the tweet.
To the backlash.
So he tweeted and he was like, "Atlanta, we have to do better. Put the fucking guns down."
Okay.
And everybody was like, "I mean, it's true. The jokes are funny.
It's the right message."
I don't
the wrong message.
But see, I don't even think that because if somebody's personally lived it, I think that's the main person who need to be telling you. It's just the way jokes and Twitter is now.
No. You are correct. You are correct in that, right?
Because who I'm gonna listen to if I'm in that life? I'm gonna listen to the nigga that was in that life.
It comes off different if you've lived through it and you've been praising it. And then
that's the only thing is he's still making the music.
That's the only thing.
Because everybody's like, I know this ain't Mr. Soul Snatcher, body. So, yeah.
Nigga even said it. Like, how many people you shot? A lot. Like, nigga, like that. Said that.
And so, he basically he did a follow up interview.
A stick comes with the 4 or 5.
And he did an interview, and then he was basically like, you know what I'm saying?
You said that.
He's like, well, at this point, this is just music. And he was like, how can I feed my family? He said, how would I be able to feed my family if I don't make songs about this? Right?
That's very true. Because, I mean, that's what the studios are pushing
but what I wanted to get, but see, other people may, we'll deep into it. But what I wanted to get to is, there was a point where he said, I don't promote violence. All I do is talk about what I've seen and what I've experienced.
Nope.
Hold on. No.
That one.
No, wait. Let me, okay. So that's the thing. That's my question. Is there a difference between making music that promotes violence and just actively telling your life experiences?
Yes, but I'm gonna let.
Yes, but there's a slippery slope though.
Okay,
I feel just because yes, if I'm rapping.
And now we're not talking about 21. That was
we're just talking about.
We're just talking about
general state.
That was the setup. That was the setup,
how
right?
Niggas rap, but. No, I feel like, yes, if I'm rapping about the shit that I've gone through in my life and it's making me money for my kids and it's putting, money on the table. And
does that mean you're promoting violence?
No, but it also says that I could stop rapping about it and also, start rapping about.
Can you though?
Yes, and you're
right.
We'll
get into that.
Yes, and like, at the end of the day, can I start changing up how I'm rapping just so I can actually start promoting the actual message so we can actually stop or actually put the guns down? Yes, but at the end of the day, I know what everybody in the masses want, and I know what my bosses are telling me in the studio.
Not only that, you built the fan base off of that.
Exactly. So it's just like, how do I kill that notion and how
do you lose your fans?
It's probably sacrifice.
Who says you gain new fans?
No. And
it may be a sacrifice. I don't know.
So with the thing with that is, right, I'm never gonna disagree with somebody getting a bag. If you find a niche and you find your lane and thing that can make you money, because the first comes every month. So if you got to do what you got to do to pay, take care of you and yours, all salutes. The thing about that, right? So you have two sides. You have talking about your past life events and preaching violence to something else. Kendrick said, make the wrong turn, you be a will on the will alignment. That is something that I have seen. That is something I am talking about. I'm not talking about, I'm going to make you the will on the will alignment.
Kendrick ain't also never did that to nobody, though.
So if you do that, which is cool, you rapping your life experience, just know if you about that action, and you constantly tell niggas that you about that action, and if they come and see you, you gonna be about that action, then yes, at that point, you are preaching violence.
But even if
and
I'm
you're
not
promoting violence.
even if I'm not about that action now, but making music is personal.
If
and
I
I
say,
want to
"Come
tell
see
those
me."
things. But that's just me, like, nigga, I done shit, so I'm putting it in this music. Is that still actively promoting it? And I have my answer. I'm
Yes.
just kind
I
of
feel
getting
like
because
it still is.
Yeah, because if you are promoting like, oh nigga, I'm about that action, come see me, yada yada yada. There's other niggas who are about that action
There's
too.
so
and
many
gonna
songs
want to
like
test
there's
your
so many,
action.
There's like so
Now,
many songs
if
like
I
that.
but nobody's really testing him anymore at this point in his career
Still
like
don't mean
that.
you're not
That we
promoting it.
know.
Yeah,
It don't matter if
you're
niggas
still
ain't
talking
testing
about
you,
it.
you still talking
Still
about
talking
it.
about
I
it.
think you're promoting it too. I just think of it in a different way. I
Because
think
if you constantly saying, nigga, I'll beat anybody's ass. Come try me. And nobody comes and tries you, but yet you still constantly preaching that, nigga, anybody come try me. Then you are promoting that for someone to come and try you.
But it's not him promoting somebody to come and try it. When they say promoting it, they saying, are these making making people do it to each other? Because he's safe. Ain't nobody coming and trying him. But is he making people do it to each other?
So then why waste the comment and we got to put our guns down in 21?
Because he don't want to see people killing each other.
But yeah,
you still
got them things.
Still got them things at the crib, dog.
I might have changed, but I might not be out here doing that shit. Which
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And we don't know what.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I change,
and he has been a lot.
If I
lately,
change,
he's been a
can
lot
I
on his,
not
like,
no longer
I'm above this?
Yeah,
and,
can I no longer rap about my experiences when all I know how to rap about is my experience?
It depends on how you doing.
Like if he starts doing,
if I'm not on drugs anymore, I can't rap about when I was on drugs.
Yeah, you can rap about you being on drugs and the high and all that.
But that's also
like
promoting
that.
drugs.
Yeah, but
I think in somewhere
if
in
you
them
talk
lyrics,
about all the good things on top of the bad things you went through, you're still promoting the good things too. So you're still promoting.
I don't even think he talks. I don't even think it's that he talks about it like a good thing.
Like if I was a cokehead, right?
Yes.
If I used to do coke,
yeah,
way back in the day, and I make a song,
I fucking had fun when I did coke.
So all the fucking fun I had coke. People are gonna hear the song.
So
and be
now,
like, oh shit.
So now, do I not talk about? Do I don't give y'all real music now?
It's a double-edged sword at that
point. It is. Now, what I think is that you still are promoting it, yes, but I think it's more you can promote it directly or indirectly.
True.
Right? Regardless if you think of it like, okay, I'm just telling a personal story. Nigga, who do kids fucking who kids want to be like?
Who kids today want to be like?
Rappers
and
athletes,
people that got money and that are just on social media. Like,
so even if you saying, I'm not telling y'all to go shoot, I'm not telling y'all to go do this. If I'm,
that's how they sound.
Yeah, that's how.
What old ass rappers saying that? I ain't telling y'all to go do all this.
If you saying that, doesn't matter because you know what I'm saying. My little brother might look at you and say, bro, but you got it. And I want to be like you.
True.
Yeah.
So even if you're not telling me to do it, you did it. I just want to be where you at. I just want to I want to emulate you. That's like, regardless.
I gotta have the same life experience.
That's what kids,
get me in your position.
That's what kids, young adults, people do that. They try to be like the people that have the money and the girl. They trying to do that. So even if you saying like, I'm not out here telling y'all to do it, indirectly, you still kind of promote it. Now, we can talk about if that's wrong or not. And I really feel like I don't feel like we can answer that. I feel like that can only be answered by the person that's doing it. And how much is one thing worth to you versus another?
If you're capitalizing and profiting off of pain and trauma, it is bad. But we understand.
But technically,
we understand the situation.
But I'm profiting off of my pain and trauma.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, which is true.
Off of mine, which I have every right to do that. It's just, it's literally just a decision that you as your own person have to make. If you were making a shit ton of movies about like,
because in that is Future wrong in what he's doing?
About promoting just Molly and all that?
Future was
constantly promoting
like just
like
drugs,
drugs and all that,
pretty
but yet
much.
that
Well,
is the
Future-
avenue that kept the lights
Yeah.
on, that kept him paying
yeah.
his
No, yeah.
bills.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
And I don't
But
even think
literally,
Future
you-
really
you
do drugs
ruined the
anymore.
whole-
I think he said he don't even do drugs.
I think he
Like,
said he never did it. Like when he was
Oh.
rapping about it, he said
Yeah.
he was never like
Nah, I
that.
don't think he
I
ever
mean, that's
did
a little
any of it.
that's a little different,
just-
and that's a
yeah.
little worse if that's true. If that is true, I've always seen that rumor, but I've never looked up the interview to see.
Yeah.
But that would be wrong. Like
Yeah.
you are actively
Especially
promoting.
But this was something that was what 21 said. It's like, nigga, I say a lot of shit in my songs.
The
but
difference-
this is the songs that are keeping the
But
lights on.
but the difference is these are the songs that's keeping the lights on, and I'm telling you about me.
Mm.
And it's always seemed wrong when we telling artists, stop telling us about you. I think it just comes down to you as the person to decide
How you want to
what's more
interpret it.
like, damn, do I really feel bad enough that this is maybe causing something in the community enough to stop it? And I mean, that's an answer that only that person can
And
ask.
I mean, I don't hold that just to 21 because I mean, he's not the only rapper out there that was fucking promoting.
Well, yeah,
violence,
yeah.
especially not in Atlanta. He's not
But
the only
like-
Atlanta rapper that
like
was promoting violence.
if I want to right, if I want to make a whole concept album and the whole concept album is about what happened with my aunt and shit, right? Can I not make that album because somebody might listen to that and fucking decide to start doing it? You know what I'm saying? Oh fuck, she had this much money. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, this is a story and this is how I make music.
Yeah,
So
'cause you never know how your words affect other people.
and I guess it really is a double-edged sword. But
It's crazy too because Ice Cube came out with a song with him and Eazy-E, bro, and it's called No Questions, and it's basically explaining how you can go in and rob somebody's like house, like literally like step by step. You know what I'm saying?
bro,
And it's
Eminem,
just like what?
the shit that he says,
It's wild.
not only the shit that he's done, but the shit that he's didn't do.
Yeah.
But then he'll just say, but clearly, fam, I put on the mask. I called myself a whole nother character. This is a story about a character that's murdering
Because
people. and shit.
I see your point. Because for example,
It's a double-edged sword.
It is because let me give y'all a scenario, all right? And tell me if this is bad or not. So in Ice Cube's, I think it's America's Most Wanted. I do believe. There's a skit in there where it's the niggas chopping up on the block, and the niggas talking about jacking a nigga in the drive-thru.
Mhm.
When he's like, man, he's like, leave the bag, leave the burger, get the fuck out. When the niggas like just niggas shooting the shits about jacking somebody, right?
Mhm.
But I'm in Compton, Watts in 1990. So this is the type of conversations. This is the type of scenarios. This is the type of vibe that I'm
That's going
always
on.
in.
This is
Yeah,
what
it's just
is
right.
here.
It's just around your
But
environment.
now,
That doesn't mean somebody
now-
who ain't in that
so if
can listen
somebody's
to that.
listening to that and they hearing niggas shooting the shit and laughing and chopping it up about jacking niggas and how they came
And I
up
just
off
think,
that.
and I just think Ice Cube is cool anyway. I look,
And
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I wanna
So
be
now,
like
is
him
that
anyway.
bad for me dropping that?
Exactly. That's what we can.
But
And
that
I
means
think
that means the new listener, as far as in if I'm that person going in like that with that mentality, I need to do my research. I need to,
I think from a
figure it out.
purely just straight up technical answer, you would have to say yes, it's bad.
It is.
If it's promoting the harm of a community that you care about, you would have to say
Yeah,
yes, it's
hip hop
bad.
is not the best thing.
But
for
it's
ever.
it's nuanced and it's nuanced and you can't just take it away. It's done so much good for people too. Like, but you as an artist yourself have to decide when you get to a point if you feel like, and he doesn't sound like he feels that way, but if you feel like, and if other people feel like you are contributing to the shit you're saying you don't like, well, then you gotta kind of think and be like, damn, well, is it time to stop? Do I risk losing my fans? Do I risk the bag? Do I really care about this as much as I say enough to risk the bag?
Or do you care about this enough to where you're like yeah, you want to give it all?
You know what I'm
up
saying?
and
Because if I make a
change your
bunch of
ways.
songs, if I make a bunch of songs about fucking wearing fur coats, I'm never gonna come out and say stop killing animals.
Or just change your style. I mean, everybody's done it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then
like just you sometimes nigga
do
you
you
gotta
still
change
keep your
lane.
fandom?
So how would 21
change it
change
up.
his style?
Yeah,
Same thing. It's
Start
like
making it seem like I did this, but it wasn't worth it.
start because okay, the census of a lot of people like 21's music is because it's quote unquote real, right?
Mm-hmm.
he's talking about the real shits that niggas are going through. All right, well, nigga, you are in a whole different element, lifestyle. You're on a whole different element,
but y'all not.
It don't matter. Kanye wasn't either, but we've heard Kanye go from being the broke rapper to talking about his billions. And
Kanye's audience ain't 21's audience. You ever tried to teach a motherfucking teenager that's in the slums right now? You ever tried to tell him, hey, don't do this?
But how many rappers have also talked about, like, we've seen the progression of them, to them talking about them being broke to now talking about
how many
the rich shit
on some real shit. How many people telling you, hey, bro, don't do that, made you not do that? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
exactly.
That's his point.
So that's a difference. But Conway talking to different people.
No. It's not about telling them not to do that, but it's like, nigga, talk about other real shit that you're going through in this other element. It's like, yeah, we saw where you come.
That's where we
about where you came from. Talk about where you are now.
That's where we go with, am I willing to maybe sacrifice my fan base?
And that's sometimes you might have to. You can't stay,
you're gonna lose money.
But I pay my fucking bills this way. Yeah. And that's where it's a double-edged sword.
Now if my music is starting to become more of a controversy later on into my career, and then now people aren't checking for me because either behind controversy,
people always gonna check for that though.
But like
it's negativity.
But I'm saying, like, you always want to progress in your year, like in your career. So now I can't progress because my music is now controversy, and then now so I try and change it up, which is now I'm starting to lose my style. Like, that is always an issue. You see what I'm saying? So,
but he's not dealing with that right now. Right now, his music is still exactly what people want to hear.
Yeah, you might have to change it up, nigga. You can't talk about
that's eventually. That's eventually.
He's talking about it now. He's commenting about it now.
Eventually, could be now. 21's been in the game for a little bit now.
Yeah, but I'm. How old am I? Who's my fan base? When my fan base grow up, when rappers' fan bases grow up, that's normally when they grow up.
Which is true, but like
not
I said,
when they grow up.
But he's starting to be on that wave, because then lately his music style has been changing in that direction.
His music style, but he's still talking about that shit.
I mean, which is cool.
I gotta see the next
but
project.
It's like I said, it's just, you could still stay real. Just talk about just real shit. Going, like, get into the spot you are now. Talk about the real.
That's easier said than done, though. That's easier said than done.
It is, because
Jay-Z can make 444 because he talking to people that's been with him since he was Jay-Z. But if all of my fans are still fucking 15 to 21-year-olds, you know what I'm saying, that's still living that, it's hard, but it is just a decision you got to just make as an yourself,
artist,
as an artist. Yeah.
And me personally, I can't talk about nobody else's decisions. Everybody has their own thing they got to do. And like I said, the first comes on the month. So I mean, if you got to do what you got to do to get your check, hey, all means to you. But like I said, if you are trying to progress and get forward in,
if you're gonna preach about it,
that's
this you're gonna start becoming an activist.
This whole conversation doesn't happen if you don't preach about it. But if you are gonna preach about it, then you should probably stop.
Or change stuff up. You need to start
change it up.
Yeah, change it up.
If you're going to say this is bad, then yes, you should change it up.
Yeah.
So in his sound, but if he never would have said that, and people would have just been like, "Yo, 21's need to change his style up because it's hurting the community," well, then that's
the community
something
speaking to him at that point.
But then are everybody else is hypocrites? Because who's all telling him that? Everybody that's telling 21, I know this ain't Mr. Body Snatcher. That's exactly what they want to fucking listen to.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they want.
So you're going to tell, you drive the market. You, fans, we drive the market.
Yeah.
Is it fair for fans, and these are just hypothetical questions that I want to get y'all, I'm not even really putting my opinion in these. I just want to hear from y'all because I don't have the answer. But is it fair for us to, as fans, to tell a motherfucker to change their music when we drive the market? If everything we're listening to is that, can't do, and not saying us specifically.
And I mean, realistically, ain't no one told 21 to change shit. He just
they just made fun of him because
what he seen,
if he wouldn't have spoke out, yeah. But so he speaks out, and everybody like, you part of the problem, but you listen to it, so that's why he makes it.
Yeah, so we're all part of the problem at that point. It's just about.
But I mean,
Oh.
and that's just in general because people are gonna hate you.
But-
Whatever fan base that you have, people are going to change up.
but
and hate
the thing
you
is,
if you change up.
he
Look at
decided
Gucci.
he decided to say something.
Well,
Gucci got out of jail
But
and
people still love
got
Gucci.
Yeah, but
but-
Gucci got out of jail and got his life together and was like, all right, I'm gonna get my
got
body in
married,
right.
got
I'm
married.
about to get shit focused. And everyone said, oh, nigga, that ain't the real one. That ain't the real Gucci.
Well, yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
fake."
They weren't
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
They weren't
Nothing
talking
you
about
But
do in
Gucci
the
Gucci got
industry-
more love than hate.
No,
for that.
I never
but,
said he didn't get
but
love.
it happens.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
It happens. It
Nick,
happens.
don't matter.
It
If
happens.
you do change up,
It happens.
niggas are always going to fucking talk shit
Yeah,
about
because
it.
his whole
Yeah.
if you look at that little
But
span,
it's a little
crazy.
different when you're my customer.
Yeah, but if I'm your
Even
customer,
Gucci's customers were fucking.
Yeah,
were
we were
saying that.
yeah,
nigga
Yeah,
we were saying
changed
that's what I'm
up.
saying.
Yeah.
But they weren't like, I'm not gonna do this because it's like, if you ain't fat, I'm not buying the music.
yeah, no.
You know what I'm
I was
saying?
still gonna get it.
So
'cause
so
Gucci.
it's like
Drake came into the game off of quote unquote hip hop heads when this nigga was just trying to be like the best rapper and coming under fucking Wayne, and then he turned into pop, and now even though Drake is still great,
he turned into pop,
even though Drake
but
is
he was
great,
always pop. He was always pop and hip hop mix.
He was
Best-
trying to rap.
Yeah,
Best
yes
I
and
ever
no.
had is not just a straight
it's a
hip
pop
hop
It's
song.
a pop song.
I mean, I wouldn't say pop, and hip hop is
It's-
pop
It's
now.
Okay. Yes.
It's
So-
pop hip hop, but I know what you mean. It's mainstream hip hop.
Yeah.
it's pop and hip hop.
So Drake
I see
has
that.
always made mainstream hip
But
hop.
no, but he's more poppy now.
No.
Would you-
Drake-
would you not?
Drake has always done what is mainstream. What is mainstream has changed since he came out.
I feel that.
That's
I agree
not
with
the
that
same
one. I agree
thing
with that one.
as me flipping and going to a different thing.
So he's
you
just
know-
adapting with the times. Yeah, pretty much.
That's not.
Adapt.
Yeah, that's
M-
not like Nelly making country songs.
M-
Now he's a country star.
Him
now.
coming
pretty
out the
much.
way he did, and then later on in his music making songs with like Pink and Skylar Grey, that's a change. That's
Yeah.
you change your style.
Yeah, literally.
That's
started-
not really changing.
Well,
his
that's
style, 'cause he
just
never
you
really
messing
changed
with
up his
newer,
style.
different
He just
artists.
got bigger.
He never made fucking rock. He never made rock songs with pop stars. Like
That's
he never
true.
made shit like "Love the Way You Lie" back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
never did that. That was the first one.
It was just straight like not too much going on with beats and him rapping,
Uh-huh.
and depending
Basically
on what
just
he's rapping
showcasing
about.
His rapping.
Yeah, but he wasn't making songs with like the Britney Spearses of the time and the Beyoncés and shit like that.
Or Pink.
And now he'll do that. Like now he'll make straight up pop songs.
Mhm.
But Drake has always done what
I
was
don't know, 'cause
popular.
I feel like Slim Shady, even like that. Was it the real Slim Shady? Like, I'm Slim Shady and I'm the real
Yeah, but
Shady.
that ain't.
That's
but,
like a
but
rap
that
pop
ain't-
song.
but that ain't Love the Way You Lie.
It's not. But you gotta think. Love the Way You Lie. He was already at a bigger status than he was.
Yes,
at fucking
yes.
Marshall Mathers
But that's what
and
I'm
Slim
saying. That's
Shady.
a change in. That's a whole change in like you wouldn't have made this song even if it was popular back then.
Yeah, because I wasn't big back then.
And you hated pop stars back then.
That's true too.
No, he was big when Real Slim Shady came out. He was at his biggest.
But he didn't like pop stars.
But he didn't like that shit back then. Now he does that because his opinion has changed,
and he grew,
and
he's
which is
older
fine.
now.
He's grown and he
Yeah.
doesn't think that way.
Yeah.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is, I don't think Drake's opinions ever change. I think Drake's always done what was going to be popular and done it well. I just think what's popular has changed.
Shit, I didn't even expect him
Whereas
to jump
back
on
then,
a track
whereas
with
back then,
Rockboy.
I think M was like, if it's either going to be popular or it's not. But I'm gonna say what the fuck I want and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
And now it's more like this could be a hit,
yeah.
right?
Sure.
Drake always like this could be a hit. The times
and it
have
ends up
changed.
being
though.
a hit. You know
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
times
saying?
have changed. The
Like,
times have changed.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
So that I don't think Drake really changed his outlook on the way he makes music. I think music changed though with Drake.
I
And he
agree
was
with
just
you on
able
that
to, and he was just able to adapt to it. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
people,
he's
people
like-
are always gonna
The
listen
only
to
ones
it.
that have been able to adapt.
Like Wayne just
Wayne-
randomly saying I'm doing rock. That's changing.
Yeah,
Like that's like
literally.
yeah,
that's like
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like there was really no
Yeah,
like
this nigga came off the Carter 3 and then
like,
fucking
fuck
now
it,
you're
I'ma
just
do
a rock
rock.
star.
Yeah,
now.
it was like
It was like
Right.
rock and dubstep. Like
yeah, it was like, well, you want to do something different. That's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But Drake has always just had his finger on the pulse of whatever's popular at the time.
literally.
But
That's what's up. Yeah.
yeah, man, it's a double-edged sword. And I feel exactly. It's just fucked up because 21's right.
Yeah.
Like
He
he's
is.
right in his message. Anybody who has to say something about us not killing each other is thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's just a double-edged sword when you do make that type of music. And it's kind of just it's a conversation because we all listen to shit that's not the most positive music.
Bro,
Like,
I didn't listen to half the things that were positive coming up as a youngster. So it's just like,
you know, I mean, we listen to non-positive music, but
Bro.
it's life and it's living, and
bro, I was listening
sometimes
to,
the raps just be
I was
so
listening
good.
to Scarface, bro, as a damn 10-year-old.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. But
yeah, it's.
I do hope for all black men to stop killing each other, though. So,
But it's been a thing since I've been around. We've always been trying to preach,
and I always hope we don't do it. But we, as
then we
people,
still
also
love the violence.
gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's hard, and the question is, are we being hypocritical or are we not? If we listen to that music, if we support that, are we being hypocritical?
I feel like we
are.
are.
You being hypocritical if you say you don't want a black man to kill you, but then you ready to kill a black man just because he shot at your girl?
No. There's a way to go about stuff.
No.
There's always a way to go about stuff.
I mean, I just really would prefer people in general just
didn't
killing each other, but it's like my bullets don't discriminate. Like, nigga,
exactly. So if you were to go out there and you were to take the life of a black man, you did contribute to that black on black crime that you say you hate so much.
I did, but I wouldn't promote it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd have been like, yeah, nigga, I shot that nigga. Like,
no,
nah,
of course not.
And that's the problem.
I would feel bad about it. I'd be like, damn,
But I mean,
bro, the fuck?
as long as niggas want money and they still keeping people broke and in the hood,
and not even that, because
they're gonna have an audience for it. They'll have
that's
always have the audience.
And
as long as they still black trauma and they can always profit off of it,
they always gonna profit off it.
Always,
because you could tell me to put the guns down, but nigga, that don't mean
they gonna
put the guns down, and they the ones I got the gun for. So
exactly,
it's a double-edged sword. Exactly. You gotta. It's a lot of nuance and it's a lot of talking, and we don't have enough time to talk about it here because this can go so deep.
I do like this topic just because I was about to ask y'all another question.
Up?
I was about to say, just so do y'all think that if hip hop was to stop?
No,
hip hop would never stop.
Well, no, well, not stop per se, but I guess change in effect to where it's not violence. Like, it's not like we're not promoting.
But what makes hip hop great? It can never be like that because there's
been moments where hip hop wasn't just about talking about gunshots and
that ain't what we was experiencing as much at the time. What's always made hip hop great is the relatability to it. People do it. Why do you think what's popular right now? The drug popping, yeah music. Yeah, that's because motherfucking these college kids run fucking music right now. We're you know what I'm saying? It's relatable to them. It's relatable to us. We listen to shit. So I don't. Hip hop leaving would do just as much harm to the community as good to me.
That's the reason why niggas were listening to Griselda, because niggas were allegedly selling, and it was like, oh, they're plugs. I'm a plug too, like, you know what I mean. So then, niggas will fucking gravitate to whatever they feel like.
But I'll never blame mute. Like, I'll never say, oh, hip hop is the reason. I think it's just people, and people talk about the experiences, and the more people talk about the experiences, people that go through those experiences are going to relate. And it's just, you got to figure out a way as you navigate. And as you get older, it does become your responsibility as you get older to realize how to say, yo, everything that I maybe glorified back then might not be all that. Like, Snoop still Snoop, but it's like, you can tell, like, bro, I kind of be like, bro, like, I'll still sing the songs and shit, but like, hey, chill, bro. Like, don't be out there tripping like.
Oh, no, yeah.
But it's really, I think that really resonates with the generation after us. Like, that,
we just gotta see how they gonna do it.
Because like you said, like,
the fucked up part is
motherfuckers sing
this
like,
music's still gonna be around though.
Like when motherfuckers are saying fucking gin and juice, Snoop's like, nigga, I'm not in that realm no more. I was like,
I mean, he gonna sing it and he gonna jam it, but it's
but now when he sees all these new kids singing gin and juice and doing that,
but it's different now. It's different now because
they weren't doing.
Yeah, but you know what's different is our rappers ain't making it and shit. That's what's sad. Like, our rappers ain't making it to fucking 50 and shit.
Ours or theirs.
Ours.
Theirs never did
ours
either, or not 50,
but it wasn't like, god damn, every damn week it's another. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like this is the most we've been losing rappers
probably
ever?
I don't know. Well,
I feel like we have.
There's more. Well, everybody's a rapper. So,
yeah, that's.
You know what I'm saying? So it just being
everybody was a rapper in the 90s.
Yeah, but not now. Every nigga that traps also raps.
We just didn't know about it. We didn't know about it back then like that. We didn't have social media.
I'm talking about now. Like every nigga think they can make music. Now,
Everybody.
nigga, I just found out my little brother is doing music and my little sister.
Bro,
like,
all you need is a
do they
laptop
trap?
and fucking.
Nigga,
SoundCloud.
yes.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Put that outside.
Oh no, I
Damn.
thought you said like making trap music.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, making trap music. But yeah, I just heard this shit. Making trap music. So it's like, I don't know, maybe it seems like it's more because everywhere you turn, it's a rapper starting to blow. It wasn't like that back then. Like everybody had a nigga in the neighborhood that might make it.
But everybody was rapping though. We just didn't know everybody.
Niggas was rapping, but everybody wasn't trying to rap professionally. Everybody was rapping.
And they were trying to
bro,
get to that bag.
every now.
Oh, that was a lot of rappers.
Bro,
in
we
the
talk.
90s
Yeah, you think it was more
that
hip
didn't
hop?
make it.
You think it's more hip hop output then than now?
No, there's more now.
Exactly.
But we still are.
Bro,
I don't know.
I still want to say it was the same, but
I don't
today
know.
we have a lot more
We do have a lot
avenues
more.
to
We
put
do,
music
though.
out.
We do have a lot.
Exactly. So
So,
everybody's
yeah.
a fucking
So,
rapper.
yeah.
You don't have a Little Pump. That's not famous enough to even be
Even
known
still,
in the 90s.
back in the day, niggas had to find a nigga with a studio,
Bro, you had to
find
at
ways
least
record
you
it.
had to at least
Now
be
you can
kind of
record a
famous.
whole song.
Yeah, but we probably would
on
have.
your phone.
The only way we'd probably have known about a Lil Pump back in the '90s if we were literally from where he was at.
Exactly.
That's the only
Exactly.
way.
That's
That's
what
true.
the fuck I'm
That's
saying.
true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the only way.
You had to at least be a smidget of famous for people to know who you was that's not from your hood.
Pretty much.
Whereas now we can know about a Lil Pump, a Lil Xan, motherfucking such and such who, oh shit, that nigga went to school with me. That shit happens so much now because people are actually getting their names out
Literally.
there.
Yeah, that's true.
And these are regular people too, which means if we from the hood, nigga, we go through that. And so when they getting shot and killed, it's like, oh, another rapper died.
Yeah.
It's like, no, another black man who lives there who started rapping has died. You know, so, but yeah, I hope, man. I don't know.
True.
I don't know, man. I hope and want things to get better.
Yeah,
But
bro. Just
it's not
shout
no
some
fix.
prayers to Atlanta, man.
Yeah, and it's
I
no
hope they get
fix.
their shit together.
It's no fix. Ain't no just one track fix, but it is something that I think we need to start conversating about more.
Do we need an album?
Nigga, no, because that ain't been working. Niggas keep dropping conscious albums, nigga.
Kendrick dropped a conscious album and dipped, and then now look at it.